have some breaking news, folks. The Detroit Lions have made a signing. The Detroit Lions have signed Cameron Sutton, cornerback from the Pittsburgh Steelers, to a 3-year deal, $33 million, 21.5 guaranteed, to make the back end of this defense much improved. The cornerback position just got better. What did he do last year? 35 solo tackles, 3 interceptions, 15 pass defense. He's going to go ahead and join the Lions defensive back room and be an integral part to the Lions defense. We missed out on Jalen Ramsey. That's okay. We go in free agency and we get our cornerback. He's a little bit older at 28, but Sutton will be perfect here with the Lions. You pair him up with Jeffrey Okudah, Jerry Jacobs. The Lions got better, and fully expect the Detroit Lions to go ahead in the NFL draft and draft a cornerback as well. The Lions has been bad in the secondary. It's been terrible, and we have heard multiple times the Lions trying to get many corners for this team to get better, and we did just that. Super excited for this signing. The Lions defense needs to improve to win the NFC North. We know what our offense can do. We just need to get that defense back in rhythm. And guess what? Sutton is going to help that. We still have holes at linebacker and defensive line, specifically defensive tackle. But we finally got the big deal we've been waiting for. Cam Sutton is a very good corner as well. He was tied for 6th in the NFL with pass defense. He was tied with 28th with 3 interceptions. And he brings a veteran presence to the Lions' young DB room. Is this the only move they're going to make in the Lions secondary? Probably not. I expect them to continue here, but we're going to be very selective. That's what Brad Holmes did for free agency and did just that. It is important for the Detroit Lions to have a player that can help out this team in a big way, and that's what happened right there. So, good job for the Detroit Lions. Decent man here. He's the number 1 corner right now, just right off rip. When you look at the Lions' depth, and it's not that great. The depth at the cornerback room is not that great. So, for free agency, damn good move. I know a lot of people wanted the Detroit Lions to trade for Jalen Ramsey. Must understand, Ramsey wanted more money. A lot more money, and we'd be giving up draft capital. Here, we don't give up draft capital, and it's not a bad contract. It's much less than what Jalen Ramsey would get. It gives an opportunity right now for the Detroit Lions to continue to sign free agents and our own free agents. Also today, the Detroit Lions re-signed Isaiah Buggs to a 2-year deal. Again, a great rotational player for Detroit. He's going to be on that defensive line. He's going to be able to help out when we do get another defensive tackle, whether that be in the NFL draft. That's what we got going on right here. So, not bad at all. I like so far what's going on. Also, Craig Reynolds re-signed with the Detroit Lions. Shane Zylstra and Brock Wright is back as they got tendered. The Lions free agency in 2023 is better than the last 2 years. They understand what the issue is for Detroit's defense. We've seen it. They're trying to make that playoff push, and Cam Sutton is going to help do that. Perfect what the Lions needed. Exactly what Detroit Lions needed to do to instill some confidence into this defense and help Aaron Glenn out. Love the signing here. Is it the greatest cornerback in the world? No. But we're going to go in the draft and probably get a corner. This is how you do it. You get selected free agents and you build through the draft. You don't have to go all in and get, trade for the top guys and the biggest names. Cameron Sutton is a pretty good name. It's a pretty good player. And it's going to be a much improved for the Lions defense. Is he the biggest guy? No, he's not even 6 foot tall. He's at 5'11" there, but that's okay. That's okay. He's a dog. He is a dog. Good spot for the Lions. Other needs that we need right now. Obviously, Jamal Williams. Are the Detroit Lions going to re-sign him back? What I was told, it sounds like they are. So, we'll see. It's still yet to happen. Maybe it happens by the time you're watching this video. That's very possible. We shall see from the Jamal Williams front. I want Jamal Williams back for sure, because if you don't get him back, then we have a pretty gaping hole at the running back position, and it's really important to solidify that hole. Another player I want the Detroit Lions to get back is John Kaminsky, another integral piece to the defensive line. When you have players like a Buggs or a Kaminsky that can supplement some of that pass rush, some of those reps, it makes it easier for your other guys who, if you get in the draft, Aidan Hutchinson's and the others, to get theirs. So it's really important to have the depth there. I know a lot of people say, oh, they're just re-signing their own guys, and Cameron Sutton's not that great. It's a good signing here. Really good signing, and it's not bad for the books. And it's a 3-year deal, and I think at being 28, he would play through he's 31. We're not going to be one of those teams that are signing these major contracts with these players, and then a year later, they get a restructure or cut. We've seen that with the Rams. We've seen it with a ton of teams this year. We don't want to be one of those teams. We want to be fiscally responsible. So hopefully this slows down the pressure on Brad Holmes not getting Jalen Ramsey. I went on Twitter yesterday, and there was a lot of angry fans that because we didn't get Jalen Ramsey, they were going after hard on Brad Holmes because they didn't trade for him. So to me, I like this. It's a cheaper deal. They're flexible now on defense and how they can spend money, and it's able to supplement more players on this team. We don't have to be the number one guy, but he is a baller and he's a good player. Good player. Talk to Steelers fans. They liked him quite a bit. And I like that mentality that he has, right? He has that fighting mentality, something that Detroit really needs here is players that fits Dan Campbell in the style. That's what we got here for Cam Sutton. Let me get a little more information for you. Cameron Sutton, he's not an injury-prone player as well. Last year played in 16 games. The year before that played in 16 games. The year before that played in 16 games. The year before that played in 16 games. The guy can and will be on the field and stay healthy. That is really important to have a player like that. You go out throughout his tenure as a Steeler here. He's good at tackling. He loves to tackle. 168 over his career. Solo tackles. Tackles for loss. He's good. He can blitz as well as a cornerback. So I love it. I absolutely love what's going on here. Love this. And each year he got better in the turnovers. Each year he got better. So last year is 3, before that is 2, before that is 1, and he's coming right into his prime where the Detroit Lions can come in here and get a guy who can start day 1. And if you do go and draft a young corner, which we are going to do, they're not immediately the number 1. They're not. Cam Sutton can be that guy. Number 2, you could be Jerry Jacobs fighting for that spot, right? Or Jeffrey Okudah. Or if you draft a guy significantly early in the NFL draft. Or if you take a guy at 18 or in round 2 for the importance of what this occurred for the Lions defense is really essential going forward. So absolutely love it. Good job, Detroit Lions. Make sure you hit that notification bell because obviously we're going to have more stuff breaking. We're going to give you the latest information here for the Lions. Adios.